Oh, hi. Welcome to John Boy's Workshop. Today, we're going to build a crystal table lamp using some clear 3D printer resin, an Adafruit circuit playground, and some cherry wood. Let's build a crystal lamp. We'll start this project off in Blender, where I created this node network that lets me input some values that change the size and shape and orientations of these crystal shapes. I fiddled with these settings until I got a look I was happy with, added a base shape, then headed on over to my 3D resin printer. So here's the final printed piece. I'm pretty happy with it overall, except for this top piece here, which had some sort of error with the printing. Might have been when I had to refill the vat with resin. It didn't cure and stick to the previous layer properly, which is a bummer, but I suppose that crystals in real life break too, so I think we can work with this. Next up is to give it an enamel coating to reduce UV exposure and help prevent it from yellowing. With the enamel drying, I set about learning all the cool features that this Adafruit circuit playground has to offer and coded up various lighting modes. Next up is creating the wooden base, and full disclosure, I am an absolute novice when it comes to woodworking, and this is my first time ever working with a router, so I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, and I'm sure I'll make plenty of mistakes along the way, but I learn best by just diving in and figuring it out by trial and error, so let's get to it. I think I eventually started to get the hang of how much I could take off with the router at a time without bogging the bit down or burning the wood, but I definitely should have clamped this piece down, so kids, don't try this at home. With everything sandwiched together, I filled some of the holes with wood filler, formed some sort of rudimentary lathe to smooth it out, and then applied some wipe-on poly finish. I'm wiring up this conductive tape to make some capacitive touch buttons that can be used to control the various lighting modes. I designed the base to be modular so you can run it wirelessly with a battery pack, or wired mode with USB power for a sleeker looking base. Here's the finished lamp. I've programmed in a handful of different modes. First up I have temperature mode, where you can set 3 different temperatures. The coldest your room gets, the hottest it gets, and then your ideal comfortable temperature. It'll start out blue for when your room is cold, gradually fade up to green as it approaches your ideal temperature, and then as it gets hotter after that, it'll fade from green to red. So you can kind of just quickly see at a glance what temperature your room is. Next I have rainbow wheel mode, which just uses the ring of 10 LEDs inside to spin a rainbow of color. After that I have nebula mode, which for each of those 10 LEDs will pick a random color and a random time and fade from its current color to that new color. And then with each of the 10 LEDs doing that randomly, you get kind of a cool amorphous nebula color change effect, which is hard to show on camera, but it looks really cool in person. Next up I have just a simple solid color mode where you can cycle through all of the main colors as well as various shades of white. If any of you out there are professional woodworkers, as I'm sure is painfully obvious, I am not. But one of the reasons I started this channel was because I like learning new techniques and skills and just trying out as many different things as I can. So if you saw anything that I could do better or improve for next time, please do let me know in the comments. That's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.